It's a very good and very personal question in a way, because it's I think everyone, again, phrasing is something that is, you can recognize good or even great phrasing, but you can't necessarily describe why or describe how. It's one of those things that it's almost like, it's almost primal in the sense that, like, there's something that reaches a level of complexity that it becomes simple and becomes, that feels natural, in the sense that, like, every single phrase has a life, or has a birth, has a life, and has a, let's say, a decay or a death, or there's a natural life cycle going there. I find that actually approaching it maybe from a general perspective, almost imagining, let's say, if there was a field of gravity underneath the notes, and what purpose the notes in relation to each other play, what purpose do they play, whether to bring us forward, whether to create, let's say, a space, whether to, let's say become more viscous, create a little bit more density in the air around you, like to in a way visualize it like that. For me, just in terms of like feeling that in every phrase there's a push and pull, under every note there's a push and pull, and to feel as if, like, okay, that if you do feel this field of gravity underneath, it's like, and you start to decipher, okay, like, what, you start to work inwards. Then it's like you work general first, then you work details. Like, okay, what, in order to create that feeling of, let's say, the phrase landing in the way that I want, what purpose does each note play? And then you can start thinking about timing, and then you can start thinking about pacing and all these things. Because the way you time it, whether, let's say, if you have like a slight, like, if within, let's say, the rhythmic flexibility of course, we are afforded as relatively as classical musicians, there are ways in which you can alter that sense of that push and pull underneath, right? There's like, you can pull us forward, you can pull us back, or you can be something suspended, like, in a way it's useful even just to work in these more simplistic terms, when doing phrasing. But I would say, other than that, it's like, yeah, I mean, that would be the degree to which I would try and explain to myself what's happening.